right, 7:15 on a Wednesday evening. It means only one thing. It's time for leap. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the first live training program for the year 2026. Definitely not for leap because we have been here for over 4 months and had a roller coaster ride. Let me start by wishing each one of you a very happy new year because this is the first time we are meeting in a leap session for this year. So, happy new year. I hope you're not still in the party mode. You have definitely switched on to leap mode. But if you're not switched on to leap mode yet, you have 5 minutes to do so before I hand it over to our leap chair. Let me lay on a few ground rules. I can see 30 of us in the room and we are expecting at least 70. So this is cue for you to reach out to your fellow team members and ask them to join in the next 2-3 minutes. Let me also lay down a few ground rules. First thing is to be on mute unless you have a chance to speak. I hope your workbooks are open and you are seated in a good place of internet connectivity. Please do come on video because we would love to make this an engaging session as much as possible. So this is cue for you to come on video. Please do rename yourself if you haven't according to your Leap ID, that is your group number and your Leap number followed by your name. So for example, if I am Madhavi, I would rename myself as 04_19_Madhavi. On that note, it's time to do a small little exercise before we jump into the session. And for that, I'm going to now ask you to come on video. I'm going to hide all non-video participants so I can see just 16 people on my screen. So this exercise requires you to come on video. So if you're not on video, then you won't be part of this exercise. All right. Now we're all speakers and leaders. So I thought if we need to speak and we need to emote as well. So this exercise involves you to use your face, the expressions and emotions on your face. If you haven't got a clue, this is the Navarasa exercise. So we are going to do the 9 Navarasas, the 9 emotions. I'm going to say an emotion, you express it, and I'll try and take a screenshot so you can see how all of us have emoted. All right? Ready? Three, two, one. Laughter. All right, keep laughing. Let's move on to the next one, which is wonder. All right, fantastic. Let's move on to confidence. Nice, nice. Keep emoting that as I ask you now to change to love or warmth. Okay, that's a nice soft little expression. How about compassion or empathy? Okay, that's also kind of soft. Let's move on to something strong, anger. Are you all actually angry at this point? I don't know, but there's only one way to find out with all of you emoting that. Fear or surprise? Right, keep emoting that. I'm capturing screenshots as we speak. Another strong one, disgust. And we have one more, which is calm, peace. Shanta, okay. I think we need to have one more Navarasa, and that is if you're ready for leap. All right, fantastic. I think we are ready to begin this session. And so, with that, let me now pass over control to our Leap 3.0 chair. She's been a Toastmaster for over 12 years. She has served in various club officer roles, demonstrated leadership at its best. If today's we are learning friction to fusion, I think I would say she is mission to vision because that's why we are all here at Leap, and she has successfully translated the Leap mission into vision, and we are enjoying ourselves, learning, leading, and leaping. Please put your hands together and welcome our Leap 3.0 chair, distinguished Toastmaster Jyotika Shetty.
Mission to vision. Wow, what a start. Thank you very much, Daryl, and thank you for being a part of this mission as well as vision. A warm good evening, dear leapers, and a happy new year, dear leapers and mentors. A special good evening to our facilitator. Colonel Sudip Mukerjee, who's with us today. I hope you all had great New Year and we're looking forward for this session. Now, I don't know if you're looking forward for this session or you're looking forward for the break that we had last week. I know there was super duper response to that particular announcement I made. It looked like you'll be really happy to have the break after all. In what, 4 months since we started, we've not had a break. So it was a well-deserved break. So warm welcome, and today it's the start of yet another level of Leap 3.0. What is this level all about? You all can unmute yourself and tell me. What is this level we're talking about?
Relational.
Relation.
Collaboration and conflict management.
Thank you, Kalyani. Fantastic. Kalyani deserves a huge round of applause. I expected all of you to unmute yourself and scream out loud collaboration and conflict management, because by now, y'all probably or should have been familiar with that LEAP framework that I'm talking about. Yes, collaboration and conflict management. Now, conflict, first let's talk about collaboration. How many of you think collaboration is the way forward? I think LEAP 3.0 is a classic example of collaboration. Collaborating with our facilitators, collaborating with our mentors, and collaborating with all the students out here to make this entire project successful. So I think we've pretty much done our job there. But the real challenge is conflict. Conflict is going to be a part of your leadership journey, whether you like it or not. And the trick lies in how do you convert conflict into collaboration. Now, many of us sit in classrooms and learn about leadership, but this particular gentleman has done it, been there, led teams, and done it all. Today, we are honored to learn from a leader who has served the nation for over 21 years in active operational roles in the Indian Army, including strategic planning at the national level. He's also served with the United Nations in Sudan. He has held various appointments till Director of Strategic Forces Command, an organization that looks after the nuclear missiles of the country. Beyond his military and UN experience, Colonel Sudip has brought this. May I request everyone to mute yourself, please? Beyond this military and UN experience, Colonel Sudip has brought this leadership depth into the corporate world, serving as a vice president in the aviation sector and now through Reserve Consulting. He works with this organization and his practice spans across India, the Middle East, Australia, and the United States, where he helps leaders and teams to think better, plan sharper, execute decisively, and communicate with influence. He also has a master's in psychology and is a master trainer and facilitator and also an NLP trainer. With a rare blend of battlefield leadership, global exposure, and boardroom experience, he helps organizations build productivity, accountability, and a culture of pride. Please join me in welcoming our facilitator today, Colonel Sudip Mukerjee. Over to you, Colonel.
Thank you, Jyotika. Even I'm impressed after listening to that. uh, so thank you, Jyotika. So I have precisely one slide. Okay. And this is the slide I have. That's all. Can I switch it off now? You know this, right? Okay. So I'll take my cue from Daryl, and I will again request all of you to switch on your videos so that I can look at you and you can look at me. You can make faces, do Navarasa if you all you want, no problem. And since there was just one slide, you would by now have realized that this would be an interactive session. Okay? Socrates famously said that I can't teach you anything, I can only make you think. And who am I to disagree from one of the greatest thinkers ever? So, my job today for the next couple of hours would be to make you think. And since all of you are already in the rigor of the Leap 3.0, and Jyotika has been very kind enough to brief me on the plan and how she's, curated this whole thing, I am very, very impressed at the curriculum, at the rigor, and at the commitment that all of you have shown and are showing. And I came to know today that there were about 150 people who applied for it, and just 60 got through. So that's again commendable to each one of you. I will start off this session with a question. All of you have experience in working with, organizations or anything. Can you think of an organization that you were part of during a particular period of your time where you really liked working there? Where you think this was the best thing that happened to you at that point in time? Yes, no, maybe? Yes? Okay. So think of that time. Was there conflict during that period? Yes? No? Okay. So if you don't think there was conflict, probably you were too happy to work there or not looking around enough. Conflict will always be there whenever there are two people. Somebody said relationship when Jyotika asked what was the session, what was this phase about. Okay. Conflict, collaboration are both connected to relationships. What do you think a relationship is? Anybody?
A relationship might be any relation for that matter. It might be like teacher student, it might be mentor mentee, etc. Anything and everything has a relation,
Okay.
husband
Okay.
wife
Thank
parent.
you, Karthik. You have given me examples of relationships, right? How do you define a relationship?
It's the way in
Anybody?
which two people are connected.
The way in which two people are connected. Kalyani, thank
Yeah.
you. Anybody else?
The bond between the people or among the people.
Bond between people and among the people.
It
Anybody else?
might be an
Collaboration.
unwritten contract.
Contract. Okay.
It's a
Collaboration
collaboration for a specific purpose.
for a specific purpose. Okay. Now, relationship is a noun, correct? Yeah. What is
Yes,
the
yes.
verb form of relationship?
Relate.
To relate.
To
Relate.
relate. Very good. Okay. So if there are two people in a relationship, I'm just taking, any two people. So let's say me and Jyotika, right? How I relate to her, can she relate to me in the exact same way?
Whenever
Not
she
necessarily.
No,
Depends on the
Not
dialogue.
Never.
necessarily.
It's
Not
not
necessarily.
necessarily. It is never. Two people cannot relate with each other the same way. It is not possible. Because one, each person is unique and comes with their unique and expectations. So you cannot have two people with the same experiences, same needs, same desires, and same expectations. Even if they are spouses, even if they are siblings, even if they are co-founders of a startup. So the first thing that you need to know is that any relationship will have conflict, because how I relate to the person will be different from how she or he relates to me. So conflict is always going to be in relationships. That's number one. Number two is, let us take two people again. Let's say Daryl and Meena, right? So what Daryl wants me to do and what I want Daryl to do will always be different, right? I would want to influence him to do what I want him to do. He would want to influence me to do what he wants me to do. So again, in any relationship, two people are trying to influence each other to do something different. With me so far?
Yes.
Yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
So the question is, who wins? Or rather, who gets the other person to do what they want them to do?
So if one person wins, the other person loses. So it is always like that. And it's not about just one particular scenario, but then when they sit, understand with each other, they can come to an solution. So it can happen with this a step. We can go with your suggestion, and then the other step, I'll go with this suggestion, whatever the vice
Okay.
versa.
Have you heard the term win-win?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know where this term originated from? Okay. So General Motors in the United States in Detroit built cars, right? And they decided that if they had to build all the parts of the car and everything involved, it would be a huge expenditure. So they got these small business owners around them to make parts of the car. So somebody made a gasket, somebody made nuts, somebody made bolts, etc., etc. Right? And the only customer of those small businesses was General Motors. So they made something only for General Motors. So who decided the price?
In this case, if they are the only customers, it is General Electric.
So General Motors decided the
Yes.
price, right? So how did General Motors get them to agree on the price which General Motors decided? By using the term win-win. They said that if you give it to me on this price, it's a win for me. It is a win for you because then you remain in business. So the term win-win is actually only workable when there is a coercive relationship. So the next time somebody says this is a win-win situation, understand that somebody is being had. Again, I'll give you another example of win-win. Okay. I want to sell this pen for 100 rupees. Okay. You want to buy it for 60 rupees. Like Karthik said, we both sat down and decided that you will buy it for 80 rupees. Who wins?
Both. That's what I can say.
Nobody.
Nobody
Yeah.
Nobody wins. Because I did not sell it for 100. You did not buy it for 60. So there can never be win-win. It can only be one person wins or both people lose. Right? So does this give you a different perspective or am I being too cynical?
I would say it's so easy to understand. I mean, it just took away all the other noise around it, just isolated it to only two possible scenarios here. Very practical in the way you just put it across. But aren't there other examples where it could mean something else? For
No,
example,
it not. It doesn't. For example, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, if you take the current crisis or any geopolitical complication that's coming across, the tax war, best example, India and the US. If they had come to a scenario where it's benefited the Indian consumers to have liberated taxes when it comes to international transaction, slash, US also got a chance to display their products here at our country. Who would lose in that? Who would lose in that skirmish that time?
Who pays tariffs?
End of the day, it's the consumer. We are paying the tariffs for whatever
We are
is.
not paying the tariffs. The US consumers are paying the tariffs.
Mm.
So if the US says that any good which comes from India will be tariffed at 100%, okay, which is basically they double the
Double the cost.
So
Yeah.
if it's 100 rupees is the you are selling it for, the American consumer when they buy it has to pay 200 rupees. So who is the money coming from?
From the people working there, the Americans or
From the
Indian
American consumer.
Americans. Yes.
Okay. You are still selling it for 100.
Okay.
There is no change in what you are selling it for.
Understood.
Okay. What can happen to you is the customer who was buying it from you earlier, maybe he was buying 5,000 units. Now he says, no, I can only buy 2,500 units. That's the only way you will suffer. Otherwise, the entire tariff thing will be borne by the consumer in the country.
Okay.
Right? That's how tariffs work. Tariffs are never on exports. They are always on imports.
Import.
Right?
May
So
I
again,
ask
going
something?
back to, yes, please.
Yeah, I mean, if you're finished.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. It's interesting that you bring up the concept that there's either lose-lose or win-lose. There is no win-win.
Yes.
Can there not, does it not seem as if when we say there can never be win-win, that each is out to get the other? It need not be that, right?
No. See,
both people may want something which is not a loss for the other.
Okay,
What
so
I
you
want,
have brought out
it need not be a zero-sum game where you will always lose. No, it need not be, right?
over a long period of time, over various other things, it may even out. But for this particular thing, it will be that. For example, so let's say, Bharti, I invite myself for dinner at your house. Okay? And you want to make a particular dal. Right? And you ask me, okay, what dal would you like to make?
I ask you or you ask me?
No, I'm asking you, what dal would you like to make?
Okay, I'll make the local dal tove.
Okay, very good. Okay. Now, you said that I want to make this. So that's what you want to make?
Yeah, you asked me, so I said.
Yeah. So now when we are having this discussion, I said that, no, I don't like that dal. Okay. So can you make something else? Can you make, let's say, for want of a better word, sambar?
Okay.
Right? And you said, okay, I'll make sambar.
Yes.
So again, in this interaction, I got my way. You being a good host and being as giving as you are, don't mind. Right? What I am trying to bring about is either you manipulate or you get manipulated. The question is, which one would you want to be? Now, there is a negative connotation with the word manipulation. Okay? Which is why we say, no, I don't want to manipulate. Right?
Can we
What
not
I'm saying
engineer
here,
the situation? We can engineer it to the benefit of both,
so
right?
what I'm saying is, if my intent is not to defraud, if my intent is not to hurt you, then manipulation is not a bad thing. If you don't want to use the word manipulation and you want to use the word influence, I'm fine. But the question is, we are all trying to influence each other to do what we want them to do. You will be doing that as a leader. You will be doing that as a subordinate. You will be doing that as a peer. You just cannot get away from it.
I'll accept and I'll try to see it that way. It's interesting, and it makes me feel thoughtful.
That's my aim was to make you think.
Thank you.
I started with that.
But
So,
I have,
yeah.
Sudip,
Yes, yes.
Sarvada here.
Please.
I have a question here related to what Bharati and you, I mean, you were saying about 100 rupees is selling. He wants to sell, but the other person 60. But what is the intention of both of them that I want to sell 80 rupees and I am ready to buy it 80 rupees. So in that case, both are win-win, right? Like, because
You
his
are
profit,
being brainwashed to say that you are both winning.
Sorry, brainwashed
You
too?
are being brainwashed to say that both of you are winning. And you both accept it and both are happy.
Yeah, because he knows that, the selling person knows that, okay, my profit is sufficient that my product cost is 50 rupees, but if I get 30 rupees is fine. But let me put that in the higher bracket so that the consumer will come and bargain with me so that I am ready to sell at 80 rupees.
So that again, okay, how many of you work on your own, are solopreneurs or, right? Okay, quite a lot. How much do you charge? And I don't want you to tell it. I want you to write it on a piece of paper. How much would you charge for 1 hour of your time? Let's say 2 hours of your time. I want you to do whatever you do for 2 hours for me. How much would you charge? Let's write that number. Okay. So if I give you less than that, what needs to happen for you to accept that gig?
So, question, are you asking?
Yes, I'm asking that.
Yes.
What needs to happen for you to accept that gig when I'm not giving you that money? I'm giving you less than that.
So
Some
there are
future
multiple
benefits.
factors are involved, right? Like such as that the time which I am going to spend, are you have an experienced one or you have a less experience? Suppose if you want to gain the experience, then you will adjust your price range. If you are more experienced or if you are expert on that particular topic or anything, then you will not lose that money. I mean, you will try to be stay
Okay,
with the
very
same
good.
price.
This is what I wanted you to come up with, Sarvana. Is that you're saying that if I am an expert, I will not reduce my money.
Yeah.
If I am not an expert, I will reduce my money. Taking our conversation back to that item that we were selling, will iPhone be sold at a discount ever? No. Will Lava or what? Oppo be sold at a discount? Maybe. So
No,
again, we
Colonel, I
go back
disagree
to.
with you. Colonel, am I
Yes.
audible?
Absolutely. Yes.
So, your iPhone example, prices go down because they want to sell the inventory. Now, coming back to your pen example, win-win may happen because both of them were better than what they started. If I have inventory and I want to sell it at 100 and I am willing to go at 80 because of my inventory costs.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
The other person may go at 80 because he's getting the benefit of the product at a lower price than it is in the market. So both were better than what they started. Same as your iPhone. And even I would like to offer my services at a lower price if I have future benefits working with you.
So what I'm telling you, what you said is, I agree with you. What I want to bring about or bring out here is, as soon as you say that I am looking at future benefits, then it is no longer about this particular deal. And that's what I said, that if you are taking a longer time period, then it is a different ball game. But when you are taking just this, interaction or sale, then there is either one person wins and the other loses, or both lose. That's what I'm saying. I am not asking you to change what you're thinking. I am not asking you to agree with me. I am just putting across a point of view which you may like to consider. That's it. Okay. So when we talk about influencing and collaboration, what is the aim of collaboration?
Work together to meet a goal or end result.
Okay, collaboration will only happen when the two of you can do something that individually you cannot do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is the human being, despite being not the fastest, not the strongest, not the most deadly, not the most intelligent species, why are they ruling the earth? Just because of one reason, and that is collaboration. When two of us work together and we leverage my strength and your strength, which are different, together we become a much more stronger team. Then I can be on my own, or you can be on your own. So the essence of collaboration is utilizing strengths. So if you are not utilizing strengths which is different from you, you are not collaborating. Is this understood? Usually in an organization, if I am the sales manager and there is a person who's a sales executive who reports to me, what usually happens, and since you are the outliers, you think differently, you will not be doing that. What usually happens is I will say, this person doesn't know as much as I do, and therefore I want him to do the way I do it. So what am I doing by saying that? I am not utilizing the strength of that person. And because I am not utilizing the strength of that person, I am not collaborating. Is this understood? So collaboration has to start off from the point of identifying the strength of each individual in your team, which is different from yours. And that means that you have to be vulnerable to do that. Leadership is also about vulnerability and accepting that you may not know everything, or you may not be brilliant at everything that you're required to do. Is this understood? Does it give you a different aspect of collaboration than you have been thinking?
Yes.
So now I want you to think about your teams, your specific teams. Jyotika, if they can do it for their cohort in Leap, that's fine. And in fact, let's do it that way. It'll help everybody. So I want you to write down the names of the people who are in your cohort. Okay. And I want you to think about what each person's strength is. And I would like you to write down your strength as well. What do you think your strength is? So write it down, take the next 3 to 5 minutes, and then we'll go ahead. Done? Put a thumbs up when you've done. I know that you've done. Okay, good. Thank you. Shall we move forward? Yes.
Yes, I think we can, Colonel
Okay.
Sudip.
Okay. Okay. So what I want to bring out here is collaboration does not, I say again, does not mean agreement. Collaboration happens when there is a shared purpose and managed differences. Diversity of thinking is the fuel for collaboration. And therefore, it is extremely important for you to be aware of the strengths of each person in your team and task them accordingly. So when you have people who are good at what they do you think there will be conflict? Absolutely. There will be conflict. And like Sri Hari will probably be telling you when you meet for that outdoor, there is an NLP presupposition which says there is no failure, only feedback. Okay? So whenever there is conflict, it is feedback that something is not working and you need to look at it. It does not mean that the team has failed. Okay? So collaboration will lead to conflict. Just like दाग अच्छे हैं. Yes. दाग उतने अच्छे नहीं है, but okay, you can say that अच्छे हैं. Now, conflict is feedback. So, how do you resolve conflict? By first and understanding that conflict is always behavioral and not technical. We will only have conflict when somebody thinks that you are trying to put them down. If you are open and acknowledge their strengths and talk freely about what the conflict is about, that's the only way of resolving the conflict. Otherwise, how do we normally resolve conflict? So you and your spouse
By
have a
speaking
problem.
out,
Putting
How
by
do you resolve
understanding
conflict?
their
verbally.
perspective. Speaking out.
Usually, how does it resolve itself?
By compromise.
Reiterating the goal again.
No, it is
Mutual
either by
respect and
nagging or
Yeah.
coercion. Usually, it is
seeing
either nagging or coercion,
Both. Yeah.
right? Or maybe both.
Nagging
Right?
and coercion.
Nagging and coercion,
By
right?
staying staying silent.
Okay. So
That's one way
that
of
is,
coercing, isn't it? By
yeah,
staying
that is
silent.
also coercion.
Yeah.
Yes. I will not talk till the
I believe
time.
if there is,
Sorry?
sorry to interrupt, if there is
Yeah,
mutual
please go
respect
ahead.
and trust, I believe we can come to a conclusion, right? And I have a question.
Yes.
What's the difference between negotiation and collaboration?
Collaboration is when two people come together to do something which individually they cannot accomplish.
Okay. Sorry, I think I lost you.
Please unmute Colonel
Sorry.
Sudip.
Sorry. Okay. Did you get that, Serena?
We didn't hear the
I think I
negotiation
lost
bit.
you when
sorry.
you were mentioning about
Okay.
negotiation.
Collaboration is when two people come together to do something that individually they cannot do. Okay, that's collaboration. Negotiation starts with an agreement. For example, I want to sell this pen. You want to buy this pen. There is an agreement that this pen will be sold and bought. Now we will start negotiations. So a negotiation cannot start with a disagreement. If there is a conflict between two people, you have to first get both of them to a common ground of agreement, and then the negotiation will start. And usually that common ground has to be bigger than the problem in question. Okay. For example, the purchase head and the sales head have a problem. The common ground is both want the company to succeed. If both agree that we want the company to succeed, then they are more open to listening to the other's point of view. But unless you get them on a common ground, they will not be open to listen to each other. Have I answered your question?
Yeah, thank you. I got it.
Okay. Now, we talked about how do you resolve conflicts by first coming to a common theme that is agreeable to both of them. Right? And that always has to be one step higher than what they're fighting about. Now, why do you think the conflict exists in the first place?
Difference in opinion.
Okay, please elaborate on that.
If for a particular thing, both will be having different perspectives.
Yes. Both will be having different perspectives. And if we can use a metaphor for perspectives, we can say that they're looking at the same thing with different lenses. Right? So the only way the other person will figure out is if you tell them what that lens that you're talking about is, which means that you have to talk about the reference point. Right? For example, when we were talking about the manipulation and there was, people were not very happy with this old Fauji coming and talking about manipulation. You said, no, this is not it. This is like that, right? So what I did then is I got you to agree with me when I gave the reference point. My reference point was one interaction and not a period of time. Just that transaction. Right? And then you said, for that transaction, it was fine. Yeah.
You had a meaning behind telling that as well. When you said, when your purpose of manipulation is not to intent harm to the other person, that is when it becomes a reframe construct there when you take it. So that was the winning point, what you mentioned.
Yeah. So Srihari, you have to talk to them about context and content
reframing is part
reframe
of
as
it.
well.
Yes, it's part of it. Yeah.
Okay. So I hope you're taking notes.
Yeah. And sir, it's a suspense for the rest of them, so I want to keep it that way.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Colonel Sudip.
Yes.
May?
Yes, please.
Actually, in last 2 months, you are the second army person who called this as manipulation. So I was giving a training few days ago to DGQA, all major generals, and I narrated an incident which is very apt to the situation you are expressing. So I was doing a Mumbai Best project, and almost all stakeholders agreed for the implementation except for the IT head. He was always poking his issues different. So one day at the end of the shift, I asked him to have a chai with me at outside Tapri, best office. And we were chatting. मैंने पूछा सर प्रॉब्लम क्या है? कहता मेरे सारे सिस्टम्स आप खत्म कर दोगे जो मैंने इतने सालों से बनाए हैं और मैं 1-1.5 साल में रिटायर हो रहा हूँ तो मुझे वो अच्छा नहीं लग रहा. तो आई टोल्ड हिम सर ये तो आपके लिए बढ़िया आप एक लेगेसी सेट करके जा रहे हो नया सिस्टम सेट कर रहे हो विच ages will remember. We were doing a digital transformation for best buses. From next day he started fully supporting the project and MD Best also asked me क्या तूने पढ़ाया इसको. So when I narrated this to the Major General called, this is sheer manipulation. I told him it is influence, not manipulation.
So see, the issue is, sir, we have a negative connotation with the term manipulation. Okay, words have no meaning. It is the meaning that we give them. Right? So for example, if I say, I have to get into NLP, Srihari, sorry.
Please help yourself. Yeah, no worries.
Okay. So if I say ball, okay, what ball are you thinking about?
Toy.
Cricket or
Toy,
tennis
cricket
ball?
ball.
Cricket, tennis, toy. Go ahead.
Hmm.
Anybody else?
Planet.
Basketball.
Planet.
Basketball.
Football.
Planet.
Planet. Okay.
Football.
Football. Right? So I just said ball, and each one of you or many of you started thinking about different balls. So we will have different perspectives to the same thing. When collectively, because of our education and because of our conditioning, think that manipulation is bad, then as soon as you hear the word manipulation, you'll think, "Arey baap re, ye to matlab loot lega." Right? But that's not the aim. And like I said, that if the intent is not to defraud or cheat, it's fine. Okay. So another thing which thank you, Barinder Saab, for bringing this up is bringing out the IT heads, his concern. You will find that people will disagree with you primarily because of two different reasons. Number one is fear. And number two is when they feel that their identity is being attacked. So if you can figure out whether the conflict is because of identity or whether it is because of fear, you will be able to resolve it. Right? So you as the leader, whenever there is a conflict, have to step back, look at both these people who are having a conflict, figure out one is what their different reference points are, and two, whether it is a fear issue or an identity issue. For example, let us say there's an IT person, okay, and he wants to do it a certain way. Now there is an ops person who has some IT experience and comes up with a solution which is an IT based solution. Now, what is that person doing now? He is stepping on the toes of the IT person. So the identity of the IT person as the one who will look after this domain is being threatened. Okay. The aim of this session that I am taking today is to start having you thinking about the behavioral aspects and how you can utilize behavioral aspects to get what you want. We've talked about collaboration. We've talked that collaboration will lead to conflict. We've talked about that conflict is basically due to different perspectives because of different reference points, because of different lenses that they're looking at. And also we are talking about that the conflict exists because of fear or the identity being threatened. Are you with me so far? Okay.
Deep sir, one question. So the identity is being threatened is again, it converges to fear, right? So
yes, it does. Agreed.
okay.
It does. But
So
they
it is
will not
totally
see it as fear.
okay.
Right?
Okay, what is
So,
the other fear that you are trying to help us here?
okay. So other fear may be I am not good enough. That this is my domain. Somebody else is offering a solution which I should be. Or it can be I will become redundant if this person does it. And this comes up when you do not identify strengths correctly. For example, Bhavna, you're part of my team, okay? And you are very good at content writing, let us say, right? And I give let's say, Shilpa, the role of content writer. Suddenly you will feel that, अरे फिर मैं क्या करूँगा? And I say, no, no, you arrange the flowers. Automatically there'll be problems. But if there is somebody who loves, arranging flowers, and I tell them that you are good at flower arranging, that's why I'm giving you this task. Will there be any conflict? No, they'll happily do it. So tasking people also has to be done based on strengths. How do you task people in your team? Do you task them together or you task them one by one or one on one?
So the one question, in that
Yes,
case, first, the individual should be aware of their own strength.
absolutely, yes.
Second, they should communicate. Like these are the things which I'm good at, or these are
They
my
won't, that
aspirations.
won't happen.
Right?
That is an ideal situation which will never happen.
It will never happen. Then
No,
how a leader or a lead can understand what is this?
that is why you have been made a leader.
Right.
That is your role as a leader, is to figure out what the strengths of your team are
Even if before they even realize, right?
before they even realize. Yes. And your job is to tell the people about themselves so that they can grow.
So just a real time situation I faced is communicated there is something they are good in some skill which they are strength, but the person did not like it or did not acknowledge because that is not their aspiration. See, I
So
told be
then,
good in for example, real
so
case.
then you have to do a one-on-one with that person and tell them that this is your strength.
Yeah, I
Yes,
did
your aspiration
one
is
only.
something else.
Yeah, one-on-one only saying, see, maybe you are, she was aspired to be in a technical domain. Said you're good in managing like a business analyst or organizing things. And uh, that was something which we need. And her skill was matching. But she said, no, maybe I'm good at it, but she don't want. So she's telling she don't want to take up that role. And she want to stick to a technical where she is completely like below average.
So therefore, it is your job. See, our job as leaders are to be honest and truthful.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to tell this person that what I'm telling you to do, what is your strengths, and you know this is your strength. If you go in this line, you will rise in your career. But if you do something in which you are below average, probably in 6 months' time, you will not have this job. So which is the choice that you want to make? Because if you are keeping that person despite being below average, you are not being honest to the organization.
Yeah.
And that's not okay.
Understood. That it's a difficult truth which we have to be communicating. Yep.
See, why do senior people in any organization get paid more? Why do they get paid more? Why does a CEO get paid more than a COO? Who gets more paid more than a VP? Who gets paid more than a GM? Why?
Because they make tough decisions.
Because they take more risk. It's not about tough decisions, it's about risk. An executive on ground is controlling what is happening. The manager of that executive on ground is not on ground and therefore does not control it as it happens, which means that they take more risk and therefore they get paid more. The pay structure is designed for risk. The higher you go, the more risk you take. You have more to lose. Yes, sir.
Colonel, I have a question, curiosity. In army, how do you manage so large amount of people in a company or a platoon? like you were explaining, Rosmi, that you have to identify the strengths and give them the tasking has to be, and there may be many tasks which have to be done in spite there may not be people to do it. So is compliance and collaboration going together in army? Army is one of the things, is one of the institutions known for man management.
Yes. So if you see any army organization, one person will not be controlling more than 5 people.
Okay.
So those 5 people you will know backwards and forwards. You see, if you see the entire army, and I will not bore everybody, in a section there are 10 people. So there is a section commander who looks after 4, section 2IC looks after 4, total 10. The platoon commander has 3 section commanders to look after. The company commanders had 3 platoon commanders to look after. The CO has 4 company commanders to look after. So you are directly controlling maximum 5 people. As soon the problem in corporates happened when suddenly there are 10 people reporting to you. So it's an organizational structure problem. If you have 5 people, you can do anything that is required to be done through those 5 people, provided you train them well, provided the hiring is correct. With me so far? Okay.
Sir, is it logical to compare army life with civilian life? The power hierarchies are different, structures are different, right? There is more of compliance rather than collaboration. Compliance is compulsory, isn't it?
In some cases, yes. In some cases, no. So where do you think management came from? Management came from the military.
Army. Yes.
The first organizations were military organizations. So entire management structure was taken from the military and created. Once they created this, they started going away from what made that structure function well, which is why the problem started coming. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, Colonel, sir, one more doubt. So building on Rosmi's example, like for example, a person is very good at something, but she wants to step out of that. That has been a comfort zone, and she or he wants to explore and build her strength. In that case, if the organization is again pushing them back to the comfort zone because they are good at that. So here, this is contradictory, right? So how do we?
No, so I'm not saying that they will do the same job.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that is the domain that they excel in. But for them to grow, they'll have to upskill. For example, is the job description of an assistant manager and a general manager the same?
No.
No. But how do we promote assistant manager to general manager? We say he's done a fantastic job as assistant manager, make him general manager.
Yeah.
Which is the biggest mistake. Because the skill sets required at 2 levels are very different. And unless you upskill a person to take over the next responsibility, they are bound to fail. And then what will they do? Because they are good at assistant manager, they will stand on the head of the assistant manager and not let them work. And that's where micromanaging will come in.
Okay. Yeah, I get it.
So when you want this person who is good in one domain to grow, it means that the person needs to upskill. They were very good at coding. Okay. But when they are in charge of 5 coders, they don't need to do coding. They need to figure out what's going wrong.
Okay.
Which is a different skill
upskilling
set.
more to, elevate to the next step. Yes.
So I am not saying continue doing the same thing. I'm saying you have to elevate them to the next step, which means upskilling them.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So how do you influence? how, as a leader, do you influence people to do what you want them to do?
By setting an example of being, by walking your talk, basically.
The first thing is that they have to know what is expected of them.
Outcome.
What is the outcome that you want? What do you want them to deliver? Now, the basic problem in corporate life is that we give people job descriptions. We do not give them deliverables. We say yes, clear communication of goals. We say you will come and sweep this floor. So job description is he has to be a good sweeper. The deliverable is I don't want even a speck of dust. How will that deliverable be checked? I will run my fingers underneath the table. Okay. Now, if that deliverable is clear, then the person knows what he has to deliver. Otherwise, he will say, I am working so hard, I want a promotion. Because it is not clear what he has to deliver. He is saying, I am coming and putting jhadu whole day. But he is doing jhadu, but it's not becoming clean. So therefore, as a leader, you have to be extremely clear as what you want that person to deliver. Unfortunately, this is something that we do not give emphasis on. And that's where conflicts come in. You say, I told you. He said, no, you did not say this. You told that. And then he said, she said. Right? How do you, one more thing which comes in this is delegation. How do you delegate? Or what do you delegate?
Again, delegation, the term, again, the meaning it could mean it's a little derogatory when we think about it. Instead, when we say it as empowered, it's like trusting somebody with a task that they're capable of performing it.
Okay. I don't like this term. It's a personal, idiosyncrasy called empowerment. Because that presupposes that you need power to do something. You don't. What stops you from doing something is fear. What overcomes fear is courage. So what do you need to overcome fear is encouragement. But encouragement doesn't sound so good. Empowerment sounds, I have done so much. So empowerment is a word which is used by coaches and counselors and therapists saying that अरे मैंने तो तुमको power दे दिया. It's not theirs to give, first of all. Right? So what you need to do to your subordinates when you delegate is to encourage them, give them courage. Is that yes, you can do it. If anything goes wrong, I'm there. Automatically, once he does it and does it well, he will gain in confidence. What is confidence the result of? When are you confident? What gives you confidence?
When I believe in my abilities.
Very good. So you have knowledge and you have ability. If you know that, you will be confident. If you are questioning your knowledge and you question your ability, you will not be confident. How can you make somebody feel confident? You cannot make anybody feel confident. What you can do is give him the knowledge and the ability. Automatically, he will become confident. Okay? The human mind learns from positive reinforcement. You do something, it works, you will want to do more. If you do something and it doesn't work, you will not want to do it again. Why do New Year resolutions fail? Because resolutions are all so big that it is bound to fail. The resolution is not, I will go to gym every day. It is, I will lose 20 kilos. You know? And after one day, if you see that there is 100-gram increase in your weight, you say, oh shit, it is not working. So whenever you task somebody, that task has to be achievable. If the task is achievable, once he does that, he will have confidence of doing it more. Because it has worked for him. He's done it. He has the experience. So you will delegate something that by giving him clear expectation, understanding that he has the skills and the knowledge to do it, let him do it and gain the experience of doing it. The next time, now you have gained confidence that this guy will do it. So confidence works both ways. It is for the person doing, it is also the person who's delegating to him or her. Right? Another term, motivation. Right? Motivation is that I want to motivate people. You heard of motivational speakers, right? They come and motivate. Do you think it works?
Not everybody gets motivated.
Temporarily it does. It depends. Yeah.
Okay.
For some hours, we feel that energy.
So motivation has two components. Okay. Motivation comprises of value and intent. So I can show you value. Everybody knows waking up early is good for health. Not drinking, not eating too much is good for health. Exercising is good for health. So we are aware of the value. Why we don't do it is because we don't have the intent. What causes the intent, what will give the intent is positive reinforcement. Motivation is a successor of action and not a precursor of action. You will get motivation after you do something and not before. If you do something and it works, you will be motivated to do it again.
Question, can I go?
Absolutely.
Okay, now motivation is always taken in a more of a positive sense. But sometimes I have seen that motivation can also go in the negative way. So when it's going in a negative way to a person, wherein you have done everything and motivation is the last resort what you've used there. So what is that what you can do to get it back from the negative side to the positives?
Can you give me an example?
Now, giving an example, like in my Toastmasters journey being the president, I had one of my executive committee members who, after giving a lot of what it is, motivation was the last thing when I asked him to perform his duties very well. But in the starting, I tried a lot of tricks and trades, and it's like leadership without authority. Everything was used beforehand, but that person did not budge. And more for going in a positive way, it created more of a negative distance and negative feeling between both of us. Wherein he is not doing anything, and I and my other members are being forced to do his task. And I tried a lot of things, but from the negative, he never came to a positive in 6 months. So if tomorrow I see a situation similar like that, how or what I do in that situation?
By figuring out one is why should he do it?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Why should he do it?
No, because I'm the leader over there. So it's
what?
my duty to see that all my people are doing well.
Okay. People do things for three reasons. Okay. either to be seen,
Hmm.
to be heard, or to get significance. Okay. So to do it, does this person want to be seen that he's doing it?
Yes.
Does he want to hear appreciation? Or does he want to be significant in that role? So when you are
It's like
when you are figuring out the strengths of the person, this is also one thing that you need to figure out. That what is his internal motivation? Internally, what is he looking for? And
I had a talk
utilize.
with him, Sudeep.
Huh.
I'm sorry. Okay, please continue. Then I'll talk from my
No,
side.
please go
It's like
ahead.
a lot of
Please go
wisdom.
ahead.
Okay, what happened? I had a one-to-one talk with him. Then what I could read out is like he want to be heard, he wants appreciation, but I don't want to do the work. I don't do the efforts.
So
It's like I want all the
therefore,
glory, all the name, no work from my side.
okay. So therefore, do you think that he was an incorrect choice as a leader?
Very much.
So who made him the leader?
My club made him the leader.
Sorry?
My club made him the leader.
So please go back to your club and say that this is a wrong choice that you made.
No, we did correction and he's not part of the EC anymore.
See, this is what I need you to understand is that you as a leader, it is your responsibility to choose the next leaders or to create leadership in the organization. It is your responsibility. Maybe there are 4 people reporting to you or 5 people reporting to you. Can all 5 take your place? No. You have to be realistic that these 3 can be promoted, the other 2 cannot be and should not be promoted. Because when you promote them, you are actually being untrue to the organization, untrue to them, and untrue to yourself. So therefore, if such an idiot, sorry to use this language, is in a position of authority, he is going to set back the organization 2 months, 3 months, 1 year.
Identified by Truecaller.
Sorry?
I get the answer. And what the thing was like, as you know, in Toastmasters, what happens is we do not select. I was actually selected, but it's like the elections happen and the whole club selects whom they want as their officers. So I was not in a position to select him. But when I came over here, then I saw that he doesn't come into the executive committee because I did not see him. What your answer was the same thing I practiced over there, so that my clubs get officers after I get out, I move out from the post of president. I have people who can take my position, who are very
Exactly.
efficient and who can take out the work very well in my absence also.
Exactly.
And thank you so much for the answer.
Okay. I'm glad that we think on the same lines. Okay. So I have a few questions for you. So if you change one thing after our discussion today in collaborating with people, what will you change? I want you to write down this answer.
Could you please repeat the question?
If you were to change one thing today, after today, in collaborating, what will you change? In how you go about collaborating?
Can I
answer, sir?
Yes, sure. Absolutely. Yes.
This is Ashima. I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So there are
Yeah.
times I do collaborate with other architects or different people on project to project basis on the requirement. So as of now, I had a lot of ups and downs in collaboration with different set of people. And what I've learned is that filtering as per my expectations, the skill sets that I need. So I really need to filter people as per that and then start collaborating.
Absolutely. That's what I said, that you have to identify the
Yes.
strengths of the people.
Yes.
What can
And
collaborate
my
with you.
expectation, yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Excellent, Ashima.
Even my strengths, their strength, as well as what is the project requirement as well.
Very good. Excellent.
So yes.
I agree with you.
Aligned with shared purpose, sir.
Aligned with shared purpose.
And then the outcome, expected outcome, at least, so
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Sir, one thing.
Yes.
Sir, you are highlighting or focusing on making people being seen or heard or valued. Of course, but without substance.
No, I'm not saying make them do that. I am saying that is their need.
Of course, that is when we address that need, we may get that person, but we will lose the others. Because without substance.
You have to do it for everybody, not just one person.
Means without substance we do, that is called manipulation. But even though
No, it has to be with substance. It can't be without substance.
Yes, sure, truly.
It can't be that, Sajid, you are the most handsome man in this entire, 90 people sitting here. That doesn't make sense. Right? It has to be to a certain thing. That Sajid, you brought out this question. I think it's a very good question that you have asked. It's going to help a lot of people.
Thank you, sir. That was yeah, playing there. And
so there
also, what
always
about
has
that
to be
intrinsic
context.
motivation, sir? What about that intrinsic motivation? You were not touching that part.
The intrinsic motivation of people, if you understand what makes humans do what they want to do, okay? The first is safety. The human brain is designed to make you survive. So anywhere there is a threat, and that threat will be different for different people. For some people, public speaking is a threat. For some people, one-on-one is a threat. Okay?
Yes.
For some people, dressing up in a certain way is a threat. Right? So everybody is looking to be safe. So as leaders, you need to be able to decode behavior of people. That what constitutes safety for this person. As soon as the person feels unsafe, then they are no longer utilizing their head. They are going back to their patterns. Okay. First, safety I talked about. The second is needs. So human beings have 4 needs. Right? The first need is certainty. That you want to stay in a house, you want someone to call your spouse, you want a car, you want specific clothes to wear, you want a specific kind of food when you're sick, you want to hear a specific kind of music when you are
Maslow's
sad.
theory is better. Abraham
Sorry?
Maslow's theory is, I go with Abraham Maslow's need theory.
Yeah. So first is certainty. The second is variety, that the people will want to face challenges and overcome them. So they will go bungee jumping, they will go, rock climbing, they will eat in different restaurants every second day. That is they require the challenge. The third need is the need for significance. Is that they want to be significant. Right? There are some people who want significant only from the boss. There are some people who want significant like Shah Rukh Khan from the entire world. right? Certainty, variety, significance. The fourth is connection. So you will ask people, would you go for a movie? He'll ask you, और कौन जा रहा है? Or they will buy the same, they will buy that toothpaste which is sold by, which is recommended by 9 out of 10 dentists. They will not use any other toothpaste. Or they want to buy a car, they will talk to 40 people first and read 30 things, and only then they will buy. Right? So these are the four needs. And the third, so safety, needs, and the third is convenience. The human brain is designed to be energy efficient. We will always take shortcuts. Have you seen new lawns made and there is a walk around and suddenly after 15 days, there is one small path which is going as a diagonal? Because people will take shortcuts. So if you want your team to do something, the methodology of them doing has to be the shortcut method. Because if you're giving them, if you're taking away convenience, they'll not do it that way. They will find a shortcut. So that shortcut has to be applicable, acceptable to you.
Just one more thing, sir. Then
Yeah.
what about making them convinced about the higher purpose they're supposed to have to take them risk breaking this?
That is a motivator for you. It is not a motivator for them.
It will not work, eh?
No. For some people it will, for some it won't. So you have to figure out what they're looking for. Right? One more question which I want you to write the answer of is, if you were stripped of your title tomorrow, why would people listen to you? And this is something to introspect on. I want you to write down this question and think about it. That if you were stripped of your title tomorrow, why would people listen to you? I will talk about one more thing, and this is called the trust triangle. So there is a psychologist called Dr. Francis Frey, okay, Frei, who's done a lot of work on trust. And what she says is, as human beings, we work on a trust triangle. That means there are 3 points of the triangle. And those 3 points are: 1, authenticity; 2, logic; and 3, empathy. So authenticity means that if you say, I will do something, you will do it. That means you're authentic. Logic is, if I can explain to you in a logical method fashion what I want you to do, you will see the logic and agree to it. And empathy is, you are interested in my well-being. So all of us have one strength out of these 3 and one weakness out of these 3. So what I would like you to do is to figure out what your strength is and what your weakness is. If you know what your weakness is, you will know why people are not trusting you. it is because they question that weakness. So therefore, your behavior has to change in a way to showcase that this is, I don't like this. For example, about me, you would have noticed I'm very blunt. I say things as they are. Okay. So I am authentic. I'm also okay in logic. If you can explain to me logically, I will accept your argument. I'm not hot-headed and say, no, 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 I will only do this. I'm not that. However, because I am authentic and logical, I may come across as somebody who doesn't have so much of empathy. I may come across. So therefore, when I'm talking to people one-on-one, I make it a point to showcase empathy because that may be misconstrued that I don't have any. Similarly, as homework, I would like all of you to think about which two are you okay with and which one are you not showcasing. Because if you start doing that, suddenly you'll realize that people are trusting you more, listening to you more, and you will be able to lead much better. Are there any questions that you have from? We've been doing this for 1 hour and 30 minutes now.
So, yes, sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Saravana here again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is regarding the collaboration. Before coming to the collaboration matter, let's say that how we understand when we enter into the new organization. Let's say I joined Toastmaster 1.5 years back. During that period, I was not knowing what is the hierarchy of this uh, the organization or the platform is providing, so that I can collaborate better. And I wanted to impact something. That's the third part, right? The third part is the impact. But how will you understand the platform? So how we can collaborate? That's the main question I would like to have.
The simplest way to do that is ask.
Yeah. The point here
If
is
you
that
want to know something, ask. Most of the time they will tell you. If you ask, the chances of them telling you is 50%. If you don't ask, the chances of them telling you are 0%. So if you want to know something, it is your responsibility to be proactive and go and ask.
Yeah. So now the further added question is that even if it is asked, let's assume that there is we don't know about what is that platform. Imagine that only they give the 25% of, yes, they given the answer, right? For example, to say, hey, this is what the hierarchy is about. Like they say membership is available and vice president is there, something like that. So in between, there are certain gaps are available, right? Now, when I asked to the another person, he gave the different perspective. So now there is a mismatch between these two. There are two more groups are there, something like that. Right now, imagine that I want to become an area director. Let's say that as soon as I joined after 6 months, but I heard the word is area director. I want to become an area director. Now I want to impact over there. But unless otherwise you understand the level of the progress, the area director is the second level, or at least from my understanding right now, right? The after vice president, you can go to the or let's say that I want to become a area director and I want to impact it. So how will you figure that? How will you
So you speak to somebody who, so you ask this question to somebody, they've not given you a satisfactory answer, right?
It's
So
not a
now you talk.
satisfactory. Sorry to cut you. It's not a satisfactory answer, but their understanding is maybe that much level. And also, I don't have I was a
So it
blank,
is,
empty person.
so therefore you need to talk to somebody else who's been in the system for a longer period of time. For example, like Sethi Saab did, he took that IT head out for Tapri chai. You need to take out Jyotika for Tapri coffee, maybe, and ask her, right? Or take Srihari out, or one of the mentors out. They'll tell you. It is you want to know. Responsibility is yours. You have to figure it out.
Okay.
Right?
So when it comes to the collaboration, now after, okay, let's say that I got some details. Now I become in some kind of a position. Now we need to understand about the but I wanted to impact something within. So is there any timeline that how long we should take it? It is a general question. It is not only, it's not pertaining to Toastmaster. It may be for the any other organization that we are getting into it. And if you are joining to the new department and you wanted to, how soon uh, the the organization or the places they will be looking for those kind of in details, how to get it for the impact.
In the armed forces, when we joined, we were told for the first 3 years, keep your ears open and your mouth shut. Okay, but those were different times. Right? Information is much more freely available now than it was then. So I will probably say that if in 6 months you don't know your organization, there is something wrong. And once you know the organization and you can figure out what your strengths are, you should go to some head somewhere. I don't know the hierarchy, so I'll not be able to answer this properly. But you go to some head and say that, how more can I contribute? And they'll tell you. You may want to become vice president. They may want you to become just, the next head leader.
Next year. Okay.
Maybe not vice president. Right? So I think if you have a discussion with somebody who's been in the system for a long time, they'll be able to answer this better.
Understood.
Yes,
Okay.
Karunakar, you had a question.
Thank you.
Yeah. See how we can figure it out, the intrinsic motivation of a person.
By talking to them.
What kind of questions?
By asking them questions, by asking them why they did what they did. Getting to know them better. Okay. So, for example, somebody who goes on does adventure activity. Okay. It means that he likes challenges. Somebody who doesn't do any adventure, wants to be very safe, comes at the same time to office, brings the same lunch, goes out on time at the same time, keeps his desk clean. He's looking for certainty. He's looking for doing the same thing over and over again, looking for routine. Right? So to figure out a person's intrinsic motivation, it can't be done over a 5-minute telephone call. You have to get to know that person, talk to him, understand him or her, right? Without being creepy about it. Right?
Thank you.
Have I answered your question?
Yes. Could you please give me any reference document or any book to understand the other person with respect to this?
Reference document to understand people, agar hota, so there wouldn't be so many psychologists and counselors and coaches in the world here.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there is no one book which gives you all the answers.
I got it. Thank you.
Yeah, Akash.
Yeah,
Then
hi.
Jyotika wouldn't have called me to take this. She would have done it herself. Yeah, Akash.
Yeah, hi. I think I'm a young profession, and I feel I am the blunt end
So
of
are you
most of the
telling me that I'm
management.
old?
No, I feel many of the contexts didn't really matter. In sense, I'm usually in the power dynamics. I'm the guy in the below. I'm a technical person. So I feel I'm taking orders from a lot of the people. And many a times I know I have a gut feeling that the idea is going to fail, but I'm not able to do anything or my views are not really understood.
by the management or the technical people? Are they just refusing to hear it from my perspective, even though I have a gut feeling about it?
Yeah. So unfortunately, gut feelings are not are not supported with evidence. Let me tell you that. What you need to do is you have a gut feel. There has to be a logic behind it, right? If you can get that logic and communicate that logic to people, they will perhaps hear you more. So what I suggest for you, Akash, is you need to communicate better. Just because you're the junior most and there are people senior to you doesn't mean that you should not voice your opinions or voice your knowledge and voice things that can benefit the team. And once you start communicating these things to the team and people understand that ये बंदा सही बोल रहा है, automatically they will ask you for your opinions more often. But it has to start from you. If you are waiting for somebody to ask you, that probably will not happen. Right?
Can I add one point over here?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Akash, normally at this age, I also used to do, and many of us always do, we express facts and opinions interchangeably. So facts should be explained as facts. Opinions are important, but they should be explained as opinions, not presented as facts. That's where the problems happen mostly.
Okay, thank you, sir. Warren.
So in continuation with Akash's question, similar to the thing, how do I collaborate with my manager and leadership where my wavelength doesn't match with them?
By understanding what their problems are. If you can come to me and solve my problem, will you become valuable to me?
Correct.
So as a young professional, it is your responsibility to start looking up and figuring out what is bothering them. What is the biggest problem that they are facing? Usually the problem that you are looking at and the problem that they are seeing are very different. Okay. And it might so happen that they might even dismiss the problem that you bring up. Unless you connect what you are talking about to the problem that they are looking at. That connection between what you have figured out, okay, this, I think we need to do this because if it's not done here, it will lead to this, it will lead to this, it will lead to this, which will impact what you're trying to figure out. So at this level, I think you need more information, you need more skill sets and better communication. So focus on your communication. Toastmasters is a fantastic platform that really helps you communicate better.
So, in the corporate world, especially in India, do you think I can go and ask my manager what is this thing and will he communicate that?
Maybe not the senior manager, but definitely the one you're reporting to.
Create that rapport between them and then...
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
See, the aim is, are you manipulating them or are they manipulating you? Again, going back to the same thing. Okay.
Makes sense. Thank you.
Akil.
Yeah, Akila in short.
Akila, sorry. Yeah, Akila.
Yeah. We were discussing about collaboration and we did state that it can be achieved where, collaboration happens whenever you cannot work independently. It's equally important.
You can work independently. If you collaborate, it'll happen faster.
I get that. So my question here is, whenever we deal with people who are new in career, there have always been a hesitation for them to reach out. Say when we ask what we can help you with, or when we ask them why you don't want to join Toastmasters. Every time we hear back a silence. So how do we handle this? We are still
Is
working on open-ended questions, but still there are
again,
no response. How do we collaborate?
is it impacting his identity or is it impacting fear? You have to figure out. What is he
Okay.
scared of? Most of the time, young professionals don't want to talk in front of others
Yes.
because they think that they don't know enough and people will laugh at them. So the fear is of being laughed at. So there must be something which he does very well. Right? So
Okay.
ask them to focus on that. Toastmaster doesn't mean tomorrow you have to talk about geopolitical implications of Venezuela and, whatever. It can be as simple as kite flying. Right? It can be anything. Right? So that's the way I think. Yes.
Shall I proceed? My
Yes.
doubt. Yeah. I could see a different problem in my team where the senior members are not ready to collaborate with the juniors to make the
Beat दो पकड़ के
dependency in
उनको
the team. Sorry, sir.
Take them to the side and beat them up.
Okay, but they have the dependency, so they will not share anything to the juniors, and they are holding high level of dependency for their roles and all. So I am finding the difficulty to collaborate with them.
So do you think you fit in that organization?
Yes, absolutely.
If you fit in that organization and then something is not working, then what are you doing about it?
I'm trying to make them, some way, but sometimes it is not working out. That's the problem.
I think this is an issue
Change
everywhere.
one person at a time. Don't try to change the whole system.
Okay.
Change one person at a time. Work on one person at a time.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the only way to go about it. Yes,
Okay.
please. Somebody else is saying something.
Yeah, I think this is an issue that is there going on everywhere because I feel there's a definitely age gap. There's a particular level of looking down on younger professions or newer people who are
That's
joining the
not
industry.
okay. That's bad behavior. Right? That's bad behavior which should not be tolerated, by the higher up. So I think the senior management is perhaps not looking at it the way they should. Because see, human beings can give each other just one thing, and that is respect. And if you don't respect each other, then it's not worth being there with you. It's as simple as that. It's the simplest form. Is just because you're younger than me, I should not respect you. That's not okay. Yeah, just because you don't know enough about this subject, I should disrespect you. No. There's something that you know much more than I do. Right? I have to respect you for that. Unless you disrespect me in the first place, then the game is over. ठीक है? Yes, please. Kiran.
We wanted to know how can over collaboration can be a threatening, right?
Over collaboration means somebody is not taking responsibility.
Is it over collaboration? That is called over collaboration?
I don't know. You use the term. You have to explain it to me.
No, we like if I am collaborating or if it is more and more, then identity crisis may also still come up again, right?
So you don't have to collaborate for everything. If you say that I want to collaborate on writing an email also, then there's something wrong. You have to choose what to collaborate on. It has to be a shared purpose, like I said, and it has to utilize strengths of both you people, or 3 or 4, or how many people are involved.
Thank you.
Right? Collaborating for the sake of collaboration makes no sense. Then you're wasting everybody's time.
Yeah, thank you.
Right? Yeah. Okay, thank you very much for being so patient with me and hearing me out. I hope that you take back something from this. I am writing my name in the chat box. That's my, you'll find me on LinkedIn if you want to be in touch with me. You're most welcome. I will respond to any queries that you have. And thank you very much for listening to me, hearing me out, and making this such an interactive session. And I wish you all the best for the remaining part of LEAP. And I'm sure that all of you will do exceedingly well. Thank you very much. Jyotika?
Sudip sir, I have a query more like I would want to know very specifically. Like in the army, you served and you came all the way to colonel. I just wanted to know how your journey was and how did collaboration there specifically become an important thing? How did you learn that specifically there to adapt it well with the other servicemen?
See, the army, when your lives are at stake, right? You learn to depend on each other. It is not possible to watch your back. So there is somebody else who has to watch your back. So you have to watch their back. So by being in such situations where bullets are flying, it becomes, second nature trying to collaborating. So when you are in peace, when you are training, doing something, automatically the level of trust is much more than you can possibly hope to have elsewhere.
Right.
I think that's just the thing.
Thank you.
Are there any more questions? Are there any more questions? Right. Thank you very much, Colonel Sudip. What an enlightening and interactive session. Something that was easy to understand, and our cohort came up with a lot of questions and their perspective. I hope you enjoyed as well.
Absolutely,
interacting
yes.
with them, and it was certainly a pleasure having you with us. Please accept a small token of appreciation that comes from our district director and District 121. Someday I'll sit with you and I'll explain the entire structure of Toastmasters. But this is
Okay,
a
thank you very
small
much.
gratitude from our side, Colonel Sudip, for coming in here, spending 2 hours with us, and enlightening our cohort to think better, collaborate better, and resolve conflicts, because that's the way they get better as leaders. One thing that I forgot to tell you all, I would definitely want to tell you all, is this very interesting interaction that happened with me and Colonel Sudip. Now, you all probably are wondering, how do I know Colonel Sudip? How did he come here? How did I invite him? I'm sure that's one question that all of you know. Now, I cannot claim that I know Colonel Sudip for 9 years and 8 years that I usually do with the other facilitators. But I think Colonel Sudip made it so easy, despite the decorated experience he has, career he has. I, in fact, met him on LinkedIn. I was looking for facilitators, and that's how I got in touch with Colonel Sudip. And at that point in time, he was in the United States. I sent him a message. I think this was somewhere in the afternoon here, and it was early in the morning or around 4 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And he replied immediately, and he said yes. And I was so surprised, saying, oh my God, he doesn't even know me. How did he even say yes to this? But that's the trust he had in the approach. And I think when you talk about collaboration, it's also the trust we build, the way we interact, and rightfully said, or rightly said, the way you communicate with each other. Now, I don't know, I speak on your behalf, Colonel Sudeep. If you wish to correct me, please feel free to do so. But I'd like to believe that you like the way I communicated with you, and that's
Oh,
why.
yes, absolutely. Yes, yes.
But this was what I really liked about Colonel Sudeep is that the service, he's been groomed, he's been shaped, and been in the career of service. And I think he immediately felt that LEAP was a program that was serving and doing the right thing. So I really appreciate that, and it really means a lot for our cohort, especially me and my team. And when I say team, we have our mentors, but specifically Reno and Daryl, who are a part of the core team. So thank you very much, Colonel Sudeep. I'll keep you
Thank you very
updated on
much.
how this program moves ahead.
Absolutely.
Please feel free to
Absolutely.
come for our future programs. I'd love to have you here.
Thank
And
you.
you can please feel free to connect with Colonel Sudeep. He's available on LinkedIn. And I have posted and I've tagged him as well. So please feel free to connect with him and learn more from him, from what he shares. So with that,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
guys.
very much.
Thank
Can we
you.
have a quick picture, Colonel Sudeep, before I don't want to keep you waiting here.
Yeah, sure.
So I'll just quickly spotlight you.
Okay.
Darren, can you spotlight yourself? Darren, yeah, okay, all right.
So everybody on Spotlight, please smile. Thank you. Keep smiling, everybody. It's now your turn as I click the group picture. So yeah, this is cue for you to come on video too if you are not on video. Yes, keep smiling, everybody. Right, screen 1 is done. Let me move to screen 2. And screen 3. Fantastic. Thank you. Back to you, Jyotika.
Thank you, Daryl. Colonel Sudeep, we will be giving you the feedback that we will receive from our cohort.
Absolutely.
It'll just take a few days before before we compile everything and get back to you.
Sure.
But
Thank
really
you.
appreciate. And now
Thank you very much.
thank you very much. I'd now like to invite Daryl for the week ahead and the rest of the proceedings. Over to you, Daryl.
Can I leave?
Yes, sir, you can. Yes, you can.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Jyotika, with your permission, after Daryl is done, a couple of announcements for Leap Connect also.
Sure.
Okay, after Daryl is done, please.
Over to you, Daryl.
Thank you very much, Jyotika. Good evening, everybody. I have just posted the feedback form in our Zoom chat. I will share it in our WhatsApp group as well in some time. But let me now proceed to share my screen. All right, and show you what's in store for the week ahead. So the first action item is our post-session assignment. I hope you have seen it in your workbook. So if you have not, there are 2 case studies given. One is for an organization and the other one is for a Toastmasters club. You can attempt either or you can even do both. But the ask is any one of the 2 case studies, and the date of submission is coming Sunday, that's 11th Jan. So as far as your case study is concerned, you are given the background, the situation, what your team would comprise of, and basically the strength indicators and also the leadership context. Your assignment has 5 different parts and around 13 questions put together. So the first part is where you diagnose collaboration and conflict. The second is where you analyze the strengths as well as how to delegate. The third aspect is leadership without authority. Then you move on to design a motivation plan, and then you put yourself in those shoes and how would you, react, or how would you reflect in such a situation. So that's with regard to your assignment, and date of submission is 11th Jan. Well, today is the last date for you to complete the progress on your individual project. I was wondering whether I should put it there or not, but some of you might have a night activity, so it is till 12, till midnight. today. We've already announced the dates for your individual project. That is 19th and 20th January, from 7:30 to 8:30. The schedule will be shared shortly, but just for your information, on day one, that is 19th Jan, we have presentations from groups 1, 2, 5, and 8. And on day two, that is 20th Jan, we have presentations from group 3, 4, 6, 7, and 9. Of course, the schedule, like I said, will be shared again with you shortly. Please use the next 10 to 12 days to prepare for your presentation. Everything is again detailed in your individual project guidelines that were shared in the beginning when you started your project. So please go ahead and refer to that. Like we always say, post your reflections on the sessions conducted on your LinkedIn profile. Go ahead, share your thoughts, appreciate our trainers as well as mentors on our Leap 3.0 LinkedIn page. Feedback form I have already shared in our chat, so please complete it by Sunday, 11th Jan. And well, Srihari will take over when I say Leap 3.0 Connect, but I just wanted to remind all of you because we are eagerly awaiting that particular program. All right, so that's it from my end, but I'd also like to share a short video. Just give me a second.
Daryl is always full of surprises.
Okay. All right, so we had a small activity in the beginning, and I thought, why not capture it in a small video? So let me just quickly share that as well with all of you. Right, that's how we did it at Leap, and thank you for being a part of that activity. I hope you enjoyed the video. Over to Srihari now for the announcements with regard to Leap 3.0 Connect.
Thank you so much, Daryl. And I'm sure everybody is having a great time. 5 months down into Leap, we are into the new year. So many exciting things happening. And I would like to bring in a couple more exciting news to you. We have a total of 31 registrations for Leap Connect happening on the 31st and 1st. Round of applause for all of you who have registered already. And for those who have not registered yet, this is my serious face. Okay. So what's up, people? Come on, I know, I get it. You have COTPs, you have contests, etc., etc., etc. I have the most respects for those who are participating and taking things to the next level with your contest there. But those who have not registered for any contest or anything happening on those dates, take a moment, think about what Colonel said today. It is not about learning, it's about understanding. I'm not teaching anything new here. It's just we are revealing what's already within you. The whole idea of this experiential program is to take you out of your mundane everyday lives, spending more than 8 hours in front of a screen. A quick rejuvenation with Mother Nature could be the stepping stone to making your capstone project a magical one here. The more numbers come into the picture, you'll have more reflections to discuss. Just like how we discussed ball. So this Leap Connect is a ball where you can create your own meaning for it. You can give n number of outcomes that you can generate. And I will be closing the registrations on 10th this time. No more extensions because even we have a lot to prepare in the back end for this. I hope everybody here has made their travel plans. And if anybody is willing to help members here in stepping up to travel, I would like license chairs from 3 different districts here. That's Bangalore, Kerala, and Mangalore. So people from these three corners, if anybody is willing to step up, help me in planning the travels for all our leapers to reach the venue safely and securely, please ping me back on my DM. You will find me in the general chat. I'm sure a lot of you have already responded to me there. And apart from that, I will also have a small requirement, for example, in handling the agenda for the couple of days there, what we are going to be doing. So a stage team. And of course, I'm always open to one more extra help with whom I can come forward and work, especially in the concept of designing and delivery to make this Leap Connect a one of a kind experience for everybody. So thank you for listening to me, and please take out your phones, register as soon as possible. Every year you get one crescendo, you get one division conference, but this time adding to all that, you're getting one Leap Connect 3.0, something that has never happened in the past two Leap programs. Be there, make it a memorable one, not just for the team, but also to yourselves. Be part of the charter movement here. Let's get out there and let's make history, everyone. Thank you, everyone, so much for listening to me. Back to you, Jyotika.
He deserves a huge round of applause, all right? So please unmute yourself and just scream and shout. Srihari, you're doing a fantastic job, and I'm so happy.
Thank you, Srihari.
Thank you, Srihari.
Woohoo, Srihari, awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Yes, awesome. Now, we learned about collaboration today, right? I would say Leap 3.0 is definitely a program which has thrived with collaboration and picking the right people. I would say, see, when you have the right people in the place, you don't have to think about anything. Look at Daryl. He comes with such a beautiful video within such a short period of time. You see Srihari, the way he's handling things, and each of the mentors and every single leaper who's here. It is definitely when having the right people in the right place, everything is just a joy. And that is what, at least for me, Leap 3.0 is. It is certainly a joy. It's really been great working with all of you. It's not the end. We still have another 8 weeks. So it is not my award winning speech, all right? So for now, I think we will say good night and we'll meet next week for a leap, for our peer huddle with distinguished Toastmaster Pandi. That is Pandi Rajan.
Jyotika,
right.
before that, can I
Oh, yeah.
take...
Sorry. Yes. Daryl, we need to acknowledge our leaders for last month, and I'll pass on the screen to Daryl. Over to you, Daryl.
Yes. I think I got too excited with Leap 3.0 Connect that I forgot that we needed to acknowledge our leaders for the month of December. Yes, those already in Jan have started their role, but it's time to say thank you for all our leaders in December, and now it's time to play a memory game and recognize all of them. So from Group 1, we had Abhilasha. Yes, you can cheer for all our team leaders. Group 2 was Bhavana. Group 3, we had Karunakar. Group 4 was Madhavi. Group 5 was Bindushri.
All right, I think we need to...
Yeah, you can all raise your hand, the respective leaders.
So I can,
Yeah.
spotlight.
Group 6 was Serene.
Madhavi.
Group 7, we had Nitin. Group 8 was Kalai Selvi.
Daryl, one sec, Daryl.
Yes.
Slide. Okay. All right. Then?
And group 9, we had Manasa. So if you are in the room, please do raise your hand.
Okay.
And you need to also be on video for us to spotlight you.
Spotlight. Manasa, switch on here.
Yes. Do we have Abhilasha here?
There's Abhilasha. I think I saw her.
Abhilasha and Nitin. Yeah, these are missing.
Where's Abhilasha? I just saw her. Oh, yeah, here. Where's Nitin? Nitin, please raise your hand. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you. All right, great. We have all 9 of them. Fantastic.
All 9. So all 9 of you, please keep smiling. And everybody else, you can cheer for them. All right. Thank you. I clicked the picture. Thank you, everybody. And that's it from my end. Thank you, leaders of December. And all the best to those in Jan.
All right. And don't forget to do the Johari window the leaders for last month. I've already sent individual mails to you all or WhatsApp to you all. Please do it. It is very important to receive feedback so that you can grow as leaders and also understand how your team felt about you during the 1 month of journey, your leadership journey. With that, thank you very much. Let's meet next Wednesday at 7:15 for a beer huddle. Until then, stay safe, sleep well, and don't be naughty. Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night, ma'am.